Today on Rust Bucket Adventures, we're doing an oil change on a 2009 Lexus GX470 with the 4.7 liter. So to get started on this oil change, we're going to make sure we can get the cap loose. Set that right there. I'm going to come around. We'll pull the dipstick up to let us know that we are indeed working on it. It's not going to have any oil on it when we're done here in a minute. And a little foreshadowing, got some missing bolts downstairs, so let's take a look at what we're going to need. Well, for one thing, we're going to need a Toyota oil filter for the job, and I believe it's 6.65 quarts. So we've got that. We've got a oil drain pan and 14 millimeter socket, ratchet, and a couple extensions, and we'll get started here. So this isn't too bad of a job, but you can see we've got some zip ties holding the front on. This is one of the reasons why I like to do my own oil changes. The dealer, or not the dealer, the previous owner took it to oil change shop and they lose bolts and stuff, so sometimes necessity is the mother of invention. So we've got that zip tied on there. We've got this one little tab right here, one little Christmas tree. So to get the skid plate off so we can access the oil filter, which is tucked in there. There's your oil filter. It's protected by the skid plate here. We need to remove some bolts. So we've got one here, got one here, we got one in there, and it's accessible through this hole right here. And then we got another one on the other side, and that's all inside there. So we're gonna remove those four, drop this panel so we can get access to the oil filter. So let's do that now. I don't know if this is right or not, but what I do is I drop the backs. I pull the back screws out first, and then I do the front screws. So we'll go ahead and you can watch and see what happens to the skid plate here. We'll let you watch. Just using the shorty extension here. I'm not going to take this all the way out on this side because it's closest to you, and I'll take this one out. You can see it drops a little bit, and I put my leg underneath it. It would probably be better if I put this up on ramps, but we've got so much moisture in the ground that I think the ramps would push down. This one's almost out. And these are the ones going, the front ones going to the radiator core support. So right now it's just my leg and the bolt holding it up. Hands can come dropping down on my leg here in a second. Just like that. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the cover, move it out of the way. Take a look. I like to inspect. And then here, looks like I gotta do some rust. Ooh, uh-oh. Well, looks like there's a little bit more rust than there was the last time we were under here. Looks like I'll be doing some cleaning and chipping and rust preventative. Let's see. Take a look at the oil filter. Don't see any major leaks. Don't see anything up underneath here. Let's see, control arm, boots. Boot. That looks sus. What we got going on here? Okay, that's on. That's good. I just like to give it a once over, because I mean I'm only down here every 5,000 miles, unless something bad happens. Let's do a quick inspection on this side. I don't see any. I got a little bit of leak up there. Have to investigate that. Might be, well, we're going to be looking. Look at the boots over here. Everything looks good. And I'm going to review this on after. Oh, that don't look good. What do we got going on here? Why is that sticking out? Let's check the other side. What does it look like? Yeah, it looks like some more stuff in the spring. And do some look. There's that's your oil drain plug right there. We're going to do that next. I just cleared this panel out, the front skid plate. You don't need to remove the rear skid plate to get at that. There's a large access hole right there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to slip the oil drain pan underneath that, and we're going to crack that off. So let me see if I can prop you up right here. Okay, fine. I'll just describe it. We're going to hit it with a 14 millimeter socket. We're gonna back that out. There's a washer there. Should have a replacement washer every time you do this, but mine haven't come in yet, so we're gonna do it without it. It would probably help if I pointed it right. So we're gonna be taking that 14 millimeter bolt out of there, clean it up, drain all the oil out into the pan, and when we get that done, we will reassemble it, and then we'll take off the oil filter. We're gonna reach inside there and with our 14 millimeter long extension, slide up through the hole, give it a little turn, and get it started there. That's good. Let me get you guys up here. I don't know if I'm gonna get you up there. I can try. Our drain pan underneath the hole. Alright, think if this channel ever takes off, I'm gonna have to get a tripod. My 3 subscribers, 2 of them are my family. We'll see. Anyways, Lexus GX470, 4.7 liter oil coming out. There we go. And there is a lot of oil. So once it's done draining, we'll be back. So as it's dripping out there, it's finishing off. Just to let you know, you should probably get a bigger than 8 quart oil pan. That's what I've got there. It is pretty damn full. So we're gonna wipe that off over there. Let it finish draining out. Gonna wipe it off. We're gonna reinstall the plug. I don't think I need to show you how to do that, but just again, it's this large hole. You just access through there, drain out the oil, reinstall your plug, and then we go on to do our oil filter next. So that's what we'll do next here. So now that we're done with draining the oil, we can come over here and get this old oil filter off. And the nice thing is, the Toyota Lexus engineers decided to give us this little ledge there for the drip to drip in there, but it's pretty windy today. And so what we're going to do is we're going to reach in there and take off that filter. And let's see. There we go. Down there pretty good. So we'll spin her loose. Probably should upgrade. Let's see. Show you how that drip tray works there. Slide that in, and as the oil's dripping off, unlike a Ford, where just like go right over the suspension and steering components, this it's way nicer. Thank you very much, Toyota Lexus engineers. We love you. So we're gonna drain this off, spin it off, clean it up, and then put the new one back on. We'll be back in just a minute. And you can see it does make a little bit of a mess dripping down there, so we'll just let it finish up, and then we'll go and clean up that mating surface there and get rid of any dirt and grease on there, and we'll just install a new one. And so this is this oil that we're seeing here. This color is this is Mobil 1 full synthetic. Well, actually, let's just take a look here. Here's what we're running. And so that's with 5,000 miles. So looks way better than anything that ever came out of my Chevy. So we'll let this finish dripping down, clean up, install a new filter, and we'll do the button-up process. Oh, I just wanted to show you that a genuine Lexus filter, or Toyota Lexus filter, comes in. It already has this plastic on there, and the seals come pre-lubed, so you don't have to put any oil on the seals. Whether or not you decide that you want to pre-fill half of it or whatnot, that's up to you. But myself, it just makes it messy if you fill it, because the filter doesn't come in straight. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that plastic seal off and install it in its place, and hand tighten it up and call it good. So now we have it assembled, and we got it cleaned up pretty well, so we can check to see that. Oh, let's see, let's wipe off some of this down here so we can see if we got any oil leaking down after once we install the put in the oil. So let's go ahead and do that next. Okay, I looked up the specs. We're looking at 6.5 quarts with the fluid change. So let me go grab a filter or a funnel. So we're gonna put 6.5 quarts of Mobil 1 5W30 full synthetic into our Lexus today. So let's go ahead and do that. I do like these 5-gallon jug, or this 5-quart jug from Walmart. It's convenient. It's actually, and they've got the best price going on. The local auto parts store tend to be, high 30s, mid 30s. I can get it for 27 or 25 on sale at Walmart. Not a promotion, sponsored promotional video from Walmart or Mobil 1. It's just what I use, and I believe there's a lot of other people that put Mobil 1 into their 4.7s as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that. There's 5 quarts. I do have another 5-quart jug just in case after putting in this 5 quarts I start leaking out the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and check to see what it looks like underneath. Make sure we don't have any cold leaks. We need to check it after it's hot. So that should be good enough for now. Let's go ahead and take a look underneath to make sure we don't have we haven't sprung a leak somewhere. Let's see. Check the oil. Drain plug. And she looks dry. I'm not expecting anything here yet, so I'll start it up after we get all the oil in, and then we'll see if we got any leaks, and then I'll put the skid plates on, because man, I would hate to have to put the skid plates on and find that I got a leak and then have to take them back off again. So let's go ahead and finish filling it up. So here we got 5 quarts in. Here comes 6. I'm going to go and check the dipstick to see if we've got that it's at least showing on the stick before we add the last half quart in. Right now, you have to consider the filter is dry, so it should be pretty close to full mark right now. So let's go and take a quick look here. So I do see oil on the dipstick, nice and clean. I'm going to go ahead and put, maybe I'll put in a little less than we'll put in a quarter of a quart here and see what happens. We'll put in 8 more ounces of oil. Then we're going to go and start it up, and we'll check for leaks, but I'm going to clear this away because I don't like to leave the oil cap off. So we got 8 ounces there. Let's see, I need a rag. Don't want to drip oil all over. We'll just set this to the side. We'll install the cap. It's threaded, never cross thread it. Okay, and then we'll give it a start. Well, no weird noises. Don't see any banging and clanging. No leaking up top. Go ahead and take a look downstairs. Yeah, still got to button it back up after. Take a look here. If you run underneath, I do not see any leaks there. Take a look back there. I don't see any leaks. Okay, I'm gonna call this one good. So all we gotta do is tighten everything back up, and you'll notice, see a little bit of anti-seize in that hole there. In that hole there, winds up these are where I'm mounting the skid plate. And previously this has been done at a oil change shop, and they stripped them, so I had to re-tap them just a little bit, so it would go in, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put some anti-seize so I don't have to worry about stripping it again. So the bolts have a little bit of anti-seize on them. For now it's working. We'll see what happens. So thank you very much. We're gonna button this back up and call it a day. Thank you. I bet you thought I forgot about the other 8 ounces of fluid. So, yep, it was just a little bit low. So we're going to add in another 8 ounces. A little bit more. And there we go. She is now all set.